Vietnam. It came when I asked for his response to New York Times columnist Tom Friedman's contention that we're now seeing an Iraqi version of the Viet Cong's 1968 Tet Offensive that turned American public opinion decisively against the war.
He could be right. There's certainly a stepped-up level of violence, and we're heading into an election.
So they're trying to influence the elections?
Could be. I don't know. I don't have any intelligence that says that.
Well, what's your gut tell you?
George, my gut tells me that they have all along been trying to inflict enough damage that we leave. And the leaders of Al-Qaeda have made that very clear. Look, here's how I view it. First of all, Al-Qaeda is still very active in Iraq. They are dangerous. They are lethal. They are trying to not only kill American troops, but they're trying to foment sectarian violence. They believe that if they can create enough chaos, the American people will grow sick and tired of the Iraqi effort and will cause government to withdraw.
I know you don't think that Iraq is in the middle of a civil war right now.
Right.
But whatever you call it, aren't American men and women now dying to prevent Sunnis and Shiites from killing each other?
No, George, it's dangerous, and you're right, no matter what you call it. The fundamental question is, are we on our way to achieving a goal, which is an Iraq that can defend itself, sustain itself, and govern itself, and be an ally in the war on terror in the heart of the Middle East?
But it seems like every month we're going farther from that goal.
Well, I don't know why you would say that. I mean,
casualties are going up.
If that's the definition of success or failure, the number of casualties, then you're right. But that's what the enemy knows. See, they try to define success or failure. I define success or failure as to whether or not the Iraqis will be able to defend themselves. I define success or failure as whether the unity government is making difficult decisions necessary to unite the country. The people voted for a government. And this government is going to have to perform to the will of the people. And that stands in stark contrast to the tyrant that preceded them, and to other tyrannical, and to the vision of those who would like to change the governments all throughout the Middle East.
Is the government performing up to your standards right now?
The government is, look, this guy's been in office for about 4 months, Maliki. In my judgment, Maliki has got what it takes to lead a unity government. But what you're seeing is a new form of government actually beginning to evolve after years of tyranny. I'm patient. I'm not patient forever, and I'm not patient with dawdling, but I recognize the degree of difficulty of the task, and therefore we'll say to the American people, we won't cut and run. On the other hand, we'll constantly adjust our strategy to
That's exactly what I wanted to ask you about, because James Baker says that he's looking for something between cut and run and stay the course.
Well, listen, we've never been stay the course, George. We will complete the mission. We will do our job and help achieve the goal, but we're constantly adjusting the tactics.
And that's
constantly.
Here's what I don't get.
Okay.
James Baker's a smart guy. He's got a solid group of people on that study group. But what can he come up with that you and your military commanders haven't already thought of?
Well, why don't we wait and see? We're not in collaboration with the Baker-Hamilton committee. I think this is a good idea to get people outside to come and take a look. That's an interesting question. I'm looking forward to seeing the answer.
Well, a lot of people think we shouldn't wait, and that if a change of strategy is needed, it shouldn't come after the elections, it should come now.
Well, they're constantly changing tactics, constantly changing tactics.
Is the strategy working now?
If it's not working, our commanders change it. And there's progress being made on the political front. There is some progress being made on the security front in terms of getting more Iraqi units. Eventually, it's going to be up to Iraq to defend herself. Eventually, it's going to be the decision of the Iraqi people as to whether or not they want a form of government based upon liberty. That's going to be their choice. Our job is to help them achieve that objective. And so there is some progress. Look, no question it's violent. But remember why it's violent, because much of the violence is caused by people that want us to leave. And the fundamental question the American people have to make is, should we stay?
Can you imagine any circumstances where U.S. troops are going to leave Iraq before you leave the presidency?
No, I cannot. I mean, any U.S. troops?
Right.
Well, U.S. troops have been leaving Iraq since I've been the president.
But complete withdrawal, no way.
You mean every single troop out?